Hey guys, Kyle Miller again from Mortgage Center Ottawa and KyleMillerMortgages.ca. Just checking in on the video blog. Thanks for tuning in. I got to tell you, to be honest, I watch a lot of HGTV, and the biggest thing on HGTV right now is anything from income properties and people flipping houses or buying vacation homes down south somewhere. And what I wanted to kind of comment on today was the fact that I have been working on a couple of these with some clients, and I just want to give you a quick little heads up on what some of the rules are in case you're ever thinking of this, so you can maybe even plan ahead a little bit as to if that's something you're looking to do, especially with the rental property. Difference between a rental property, obviously, and your home is that the home is considered owner-occupied. You own it, you occupy it, and the rental home is something that you rent to someone else. When it's something like a rental, there are a few different rules, and the biggest rule that you need to worry about as someone who's going to be the investor or the owner is the fact that typically when you buy an owner-occupied house, you only have to come to the table with a minimum, say only, but a minimum of 5% down. So with a rental property, you need to come to the table with at least 20% down. So when we talk about that in terms that I like to use, owner-occupied residence, 95% loan to value, you're borrowing 95% of the money because you're only coming with 5%. Obviously that equals 100. With a rental property, just the same thing. 80% loan to value tends to be the minimum most people will lend on when buying a rental. Now, what does that mean for you? Just means more money, really, right? Good thing is that there are different ways to get it. Typically, what has to happen with a rental, though, that you need to take note of is it can't be a situation where you borrow the money. You can't borrow it from your line of credit. You can't borrow it from your parents. You can't get a gifted down payment. RSPs sometimes can be a little bit iffy as well. So it's got to be a traditional source of down payment. What they consider traditional source, things like cash. So your own savings, you've put away money, you've socked away money, you're cashing in some investments. It's legit money. You've got it there, just an investment. You're going to take it out. You're going to use that. You can get away with doing something like a home equity line of credit because it's the money is secured against your house. So that's okay. That's where if you're looking to do something like a rental now or perhaps in the future, you may want to line yourself up to get into a product where you can actually borrow money against your house. So like I said, a home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 80% of the value. You can refinance up to 80% of the value of your house. So we do the math there to see how much you can actually get, how much you can afford, and how much of that you can use to get yourself a down payment on a rental property. So that's something that you could look at doing there. Second home is something a little bit different. You know, maybe you've got to spend 6 months a year somewhere for work. That's a second home. They don't necessarily make you come to the table with 20% down as long as you fit a few criteria. You're going to be there at least some point during the year. The house is available to be occupied at any time of the year, hence why maybe not be a cottage if it's not for a season. You know what I mean? And then that if anybody does stay there for any length of time, that it's rent free, so you can't be using it to generate any income. That's kind of how the second home goes. It's all slightly different. It sometimes gets caught in semantics, but if you are thinking of doing something like a rental property on your current occupied residence, or maybe going out and buying something else, let's have the conversation. I'll show you what you can do, show you what you can't do, and see how far we can get your money to go, because the property ladder is a great place to be. It's one of the best investments you can ever put yourself into, in my opinion. It's probably done better than your RSPs in the last 10 years. Just saying, my opinion again. But if you're interested in something like that, let's have a conversation about it. Give me a call. You can always reach me at 613-863-1979. You can always get me on email, kyle@mortgagecenterottawa.com. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. It's all going to be in the credits in a second. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.